Alright, it's Joe here, and I want to do my review of this 6-person Coleman instant tent. Now, I got this the other day, and I finally did the camp out in the backyard with my 2-year-old and my 4-year-old. I got this tent primarily to go family camping with them. So let's take a look at it. As you can see, it's pretty big. It's a huge tent. We got this on Amazon. We got Prime shipping. We got a great deal on it. Let's just go inside the tent real quick. Open it up. It's got a zipper there. It's got a zipper. Before we get inside the tent, let me show you about the outside. The instant tent, this thing's set up great. If you can look at these poles right down here, right here, you'll see these little clips right here. Well, do you see how the rods, I don't know if you can see the rods, telescope in and out there. You just hold it down, and where is it? Well, trying to do this in video, it's not easiest, but there they go. It just pops right back in. So to put it up, really all you have to do is everything comes clipped. It's already clipped to the top of the tent. All you have to do is just kind of spread out those 4 poles at the top, and then you pull out the telescoping rods, and then you lock them in place. Literally, this thing was up within a minute. No instructions read, nothing. I did not stake it out, but as you can see over there is the bag of stakes that came with it. It also comes with guy lines right there if you want to tie it to a tree. Let's just walk around the tent real quick. You can see these large mesh windows coming around. There's another guy line. There's another large mesh window and 2 more guy lines. And there's another guy line over there. It is a big tent. Well, we slept in it last night. I can't speak to the waterproofness of the tent because I like to go camping when it's not raining. I learned that lesson the hard way, so please take my advice on that. We went camping one weekend when it was scheduled to rain, and it rained all weekend. But from the reviews on Amazon, it looks like this tent is pretty waterproof. So don't take my word for it. Read some other reviewers and make the decision for yourself. If I do go camping and it does rain, I will update my review. Let's take a look at these windows. They got double zippers. One thing I don't like about these windows is there's nothing down at the bottom to grab this. So once you go down there and you go down there, it just kind of falls flat. Now, that might not bother you, but when I have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old ripping at it, the last thing I want to do is have them rip these seams right here. I'm really concerned they're going to rip that. So I would kind of like what I did. One reviewer said to tuck it in like this. You can do that. That's an easy fix. That was quick and easy. You can see that now. That is one way to do it. I would like it if they had some kind of tie lines right there where I could just kind of tie it and tighten it down and keep it open, because you always like to sleep with the windows open unless it's freezing out. Coming in here, let me close the tent up. You got a couple pockets there. You got a clip at the top. At the top you also have 2 vented openings like this. Pulls out. It's got a little stretchy thing which velcros right there if you want, so you can get some, you can see how that kind of pops up and you can pop it back down. One thing that I did like about this tent is there's no rain fly required. It's a weatherproof fabric that that's probably not too breathable. That's why there's tons of windows. Let's look at the inside of the tent. It's got a large mesh panel to the right, which is just a window, and the one to the left is a window as well as the door opening. It's got a real sturdy floor. You can see kind of, it's real hard to get a perspective, but I did want to show one pillow in there just to kind of get an idea of the size of this thing. It is pretty massive. It's got another pocket over there. So that's it. It's got the 2 little things at the top, which you can pop out. It's got a clip, which is great for hanging a lantern. It's got 1, 2, 3. It's got these large mesh panels on each side. It's got, you know, the window can come down here. So I mean, Coleman did a really good job at ventilating this tent. I just wish they would have given me something to do something with this with. But again, it's an easy fix just to fold it up and over like that. So it's not the end of the world. This tent's a great value, I think. The best part about this tent is probably the fact that it's just easy to set up. This tent took me about a minute and a half to set up by myself. Now I haven't taken it down, so I can't speak to the ease of that, but if it sets up, if it takes down anywhere as close to it set up, it should be a great deal. I know there's a lot of families out there looking to get tents for the summer, the fall. This Coleman Instant Tent's going to be a great get for you. Just take it, pop it. You know, it's got a huge bag. It's not for the backpacker, but if you're going car camping, you just want something that's just you're going to pop right up. I first saw the Instant Tent when my brother-in-law had one, and I was surprised at how fast he actually put the tent up, because he put up his 6-person tent faster than I put up my 3-person tent from Mountain Hardware. So this is the family tent. As you can see, it's a great deal. And you know, I bought this tent. I wasn't provided a sample for review or anything like that. So there's no, you know, I have no bias or opinion towards Coleman. So I just wanted to throw that in there. Thanks again for watching, and I hope this helps you make a decision and get the Coleman tent for your family. I really enjoyed last night with my family in it, and hopefully you will too. Thanks. There's one more thing I did want to add before I concluded this review, and I think Coleman really, they've really come a long way. Coleman used to be the budget brand. They're still kind of the budget brand, but I think they've come a long way in terms of the quality and the bang you get for their buck. Look at this. They've taped the seams all the way around. I don't know if you can see that. I'm just kind of, you can see that seam tape. Every seam in here, there's a good example right there. All these seams come taped. You can see that. So, I mean, it's all taped. Down around the bottom, it's probably taped too, but look at that construction. That's nice. So, you can get a good quality, large budget tent that's, from what Amazon reviewers say, is waterproof, and comes seam sealed already out of the box. So, a great job, Coleman. Thanks again.